come and
Hey everyone, welcome back, and today, as you can see, Nurul isn't here. Nurul's not here. I'm all by myself. So as you can see, the scenery has also changed. So this is my little tiny study place. Well, it's just a room. This is literally where I am 24/7, studying. So that's like my little computer and everything else that you need. Books, whoops, that way, get books there. Anyway, so for today's video, because Nurul can't exactly do it and I can, I'm just going to give you some of my tips for passing a driving test and, you know, how to not be stressed out or anything. Just preparing, you know, prepare. Yeah. So I'll just give you a little background about my driving history and how amazing my driving is. So about over a year ago, I went for my learners, and I don't know if you've got to do learners everywhere, but I had to go for my learners, and then I passed that, and then 6 months later, I went for my practical driving test, and 2 days ago from when this video is up, I went for my hazard perception test, and I passed. It was actually pretty easy, but yeah. I'm not sure that everywhere around the world you have to go through all that. Like, I know like my cousins from Malaysia, they just go for their driving test and they pass and then they get to drive by themselves. But no, not in Australia. We don't get any of that. So for the first thing, my number one tip is that you need to practice. Practice always makes perfect, as they say. So just practice. You could practice with your mum, your dad, your sister, brother, aunt, uncle, your pet. Actually, not pet. Just no, not pet. That'd be crazy. Don't get your pet to teach. Okay. And then if you practice, you'll get knowledge of how the road works and have knowledge to be able to drive by yourself and have the confidence. Because if you don't practice, you won't be able to, you know, get used to it. You'll just be driving, you know, I don't know, but yeah. So number two, I find it really helpful to get a driving instructor. So I know you can get your parents or whatever to help you, but a driving instructor, they are there to help you. It may be a bit costly, because I know for me it costs $55 an hour, and I went for like, you know, 12 tests, 12 lessons, and it costs quite a lot, and you know, not everyone wants to pay for that. The driving instructor is able to give you all the tips and everything because they are specifically there to help you. So for number three, before you actually go for your driving test, you want to go to places that you're unfamiliar with, like narrow roads and highways. For a fact, narrow roads I actually hate because I get so, you know, I feel claustrophobic that I'm gonna hit the curb or something like that. It's really scary, but you know, you just look at your mirrors and it's fine. Other than unfamiliar roads, obviously for number four, you want to go to familiar roads. You don't want to go to places that your assessor wouldn't take you. It's a good idea to drive to where the location of the actual assessment is and just get familiar with the roads there. That's literally what I did. So my driving instructor, she always, every single lesson, she would take me to the same place. And I was like, hey, why would you do that? But it only makes sense because an assessor can only take you so far. So a test is only 30 minutes in Australia. So finally, for tip number 5, I would have to say, when you actually go for your test, don't be stressed out. Just be relaxed and go through everything that you've learned, because you can't just forget it like that. Like, it's not a test where you suddenly have a mental blank. Once you sit in that seat and start the engine, it will be smooth. However, during your test, if you actually stall or hit a curb or drive too fast, just calm down and relax, because that doesn't necessarily mean that you failed. In Australia, we have points, so if you get above a certain number of points, or marks as you want to call them, then you can still pass. So for me, I hit a curb, I went around a bend way too fast. I left my foot on the clutch and a lot of things happened. But yeah, I still managed to pass. I don't know how, but I just did. So I want you to leave in the comments about your experiences and what you did to conquer your nerves. If you had any tips that maybe I missed, feel to, just comment them for anyone else to read. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it, subscribe, everything. So that's all for today's video. I hope that really helped you in trying to pass your driving test and being calm and everything. Cool, calm, and cool, calm, and
2 hours later.
Cool, calm, and collective. And that's all for today. So stay beautiful, everyone. Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as per usual, if you want to subscribe, make sure to click up here. And if you want to watch our last video of Makeup Monday, click over there.